Okay, hello again, Year 9. Welcome back. What we're going to do is look at our final trigonometric ratio, the tangent ratio. Now, what we've looked at so far, the story so far, is that sine theta is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. If we have a look there, we have a ratio that links the opposite side with the hypotenuse. We also have one that links the adjacent side with the hypotenuse. You might like to have a look and see what other possible combination with the two sides are we missing? What do we need to finalise this? The tangent ratio, again, we write it in shorthand. We will not write tangent every time. Tan theta is equal to, and I might just make this a little bit bigger. Have you guessed? It's the opposite side over the adjacent side. So it's a ratio that links the O and the A, which we haven't had that yet, have we? We haven't had that combination. So tan theta is equal to the opposite over the adjacent sides. And again, we write it in shorthand like this, O over A. Saves us a little bit of time, doesn't it? Pause here and let's put this ratio here into our summary books for reference. Okay, so just like the other two ratios that we've already looked at, we're going to work in a very similar fashion with this one here. What I'll do is have a look at some examples that I've prepared. Let's have a look at this one here. We're going to find, again, the unknown side. That's where these ratios come in really handy. We can find these unknown sides given that we've got an angle and one of the other sides. First step, always, let's label our triangles. Now have a look here. Yes, this is the hypotenuse side, but I'm not using that side at all in this question. How do I know I'm not using it? Well, it's not labelled. There's no value given there. And I'm not trying to find that side either because you'll notice there's no pronumeral there. I haven't been asked to find that side. So that one's actually left out. It's left out of this problem. Instead, I'll start with this one. Look, it's opposite the reference angle. This one here, it's next to the reference angle. Next to is the same as adjacent. So I've got O and I've got A. The tangent ratio, if I can bring that back, that is the ratio that links those two sides together, O over A. So let's look at that example again. Let's start it off. First, I'm going to write the ratio. Tan theta equals O over A. Next step, you might have guessed from all the practice that we've already done with the other ratios, I need to substitute those values in. Final step, I need to get x as the subject. So I'm multiplying both sides by 23. You will need your calculator again. As always with this topic, you will need to bring it to every class, remember that. This time I'm pressing the tan button right next to the cos button. Tan 37, close the bracket, remember, multiplied by 23. You will get a different answer if you don't close that bracket, ladies, so we have to remember that. X equals 17.33 to 2 decimal places. The unit of this length here is meters. I'll zoom up a little bit so that you can see the whole triangle. There you go. Pause here and put this example into your summary books, please. Okay, now that you've recorded that one, let's have a look at the second example. Okay, first step, labelling. Opposite this reference angle will be my opposite side. The side I'm trying to find in this triangle is next to the reference angle, next to the right angle as well. Therefore, it's the adjacent side. Very first step, always write the ratio that you are using. In this case, it's tan. That's the one that we're looking at, that we're focusing on in this tutorial. Next step, I'm substituting the values that I know. They're given in the diagram. Angle is 25, so theta is 25. Opposite side 10. Notice I don't put centimetres here in my workings. The unit I just bring in at the end. It makes it too messy. Over the adjacent side, that's x. We'll finish this off now. Multiply both sides by x. Therefore, it would cancel from this side. Then, let's get x on its own as the subject. X will be equal to 10 over tan 25. Remember to work down the page. Get your calculator out. 10 divided by tan 25, enter. Round to 2 decimal places. You'll see that your calculator might say 21.445. If I want to round to 2 decimal places, that 44 must actually become 45 because the next number is a 5, and that obviously means that this one will round up. Have a look, it's centimetres. X in this case is 21.45 centimetres. I'll zoom up a little bit again so that you can pause here and you can put this example as well into your summary books. So all up, we'll have 6 examples altogether. We'll have 2 examples for each of the ratios that we have looked at. So the 3 trig ratios, sine, cos, and tan. Thank you again for listening or for doing this tutorial along with me. And we'll be having a look at some of these in more detail in class. Thank you, ladies.